It's on. Look, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
It is so on.
Pull up a chair, grab a cold one, smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's time for the Fan Happy Hour. On the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
Hey, happy Thursday, all you beautiful radio listeners. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your afternoon. Let's check in with the most important man. You're a little fired up today, Mr. Jeff Rust. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, but I'm going to say for the second time today. Oh, and here comes the.
Whoa.
This is the Multnomah County alert that we were all alerted of that we would get at exactly 2 p.m. today.
Atmospheric river about to come through.
It's a test message.
Oh, that's just a test. Okay.
Yes.
It's not. It doesn't have to do with the weather that's coming out.
No.
But we do have those warnings.
Yes, we got a warning ahead of time. Like 24 hours ago, we would get a test message for the emergency alerts, and that's what that noise was on my phone.
Gotcha.
But for the second time today, and again, I am sure he is probably not listening, but happy 75th birthday to Papa Rust.
Oh, there you go. Papa Rust.
Yes.
73, did you say?
75.
75.
75.
Oh, happy 75th birthday, Papa Rust.
Yes.
Congratulations. What a milestone.
75 is a good one.
Yeah, no, it is.
You know,
Absolutely.
three-quarters of a century.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. And you just celebrated a 100th birthday, so here's to another 25 for Papa Rust.
Yeah, the 100th. That's my wife's grandmother's birthday, and they're still in Minnesota. Currently, I think they just arrived in Minneapolis on their drive from Fergus Falls, which is where the festivities were this past weekend, which is why I was gone last Thursday and Friday.
You gripe about having two shows, but then when somebody's birthday's coming up, you're ready to jump in
Hey,
and start
birthdays
shouting out happy birthdays.
Birthdays are a big deal, man.
Which show does Papa Rust prefer?
I don't know. I don't
Just
think he
say
listens.
this one. They're not listening. Come on. I set you up for that one. It's called Fishing for Compliments. Come
Look,
on.
if we're being honest, which show Papa Rust prefers, it's probably on Fox News. And
Hey,
I'd rather
there
not
you
talk about that. So
There you go. All right. Well, let's not disparage a man on his birthday. You are also fired up for a very Portland reason.
Yeah.
So we always try to circle back to something we talked about yesterday. Obviously, the big news, the announcement that they have found a buyer for your Portland Trailblazers.
my Portland Trailblazers.
So, well, all the listeners and
No, I'm
all
saying
of
they
us,
are
yeah.
my Portland Trailblazers.
Well, there you go. Yeah, they are. And as part of the follow-up to it, you on the firm with Harris and Meringue had a chance to talk to somebody from Carolina. So the guy coming in is Tom Dundon.
Yes.
He is a Dallas area resident, but he's also the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Mhm.
Hurricanes play hockey in the
They do.
National Hockey League.
Yes, they are a stick and puck sport.
Yeah, they are one of those sports like that.
Yes.
They play on that icy surface and they
Uh-huh.
skate around in Raleigh, North Carolina. So you guys had a chance to talk to somebody from the area.
We
who
did.
Was going to let us know what's going on. So this guy's name is it Adam Gold?
Adam Gold, that is correct.
And Adam Gold is a podcaster and follows the team down there and was ready to get us excited about the new ownership group.
Yes, the Adam Gold Show in Raleigh and the Canes Corner podcast.
Well, let's hear what he had to say with the firm.
Tom is more than happy to bring in new people. So if I were Joe Cronin, Chauncey Billups, I might be thinking about what's next. I will also say this. 0 chance he would have brought back Damian Lillard. Tom has no sentimentality. He doesn't care. Can you help me win now for the price I believe it is worth paying you?
All right. So there's a couple parts of the conversation there. So before that, he was talking about how he feels like they're going to do everything that they can to make the place full. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
I found an interview when he showed up in Carolina and was talking about the first thing that's going to happen is making the fan experience the best that it can possibly be.
Yes.
So that sounds very good. And he did talk with those guys about that. But this part about nobody being safe with the Blazers broadcast, you and I talked about this a fair amount off the air.
Yeah.
To me, why should anybody be safe? Okay, so
Well, look,
so he mentioned specifically Chauncey Billups and Joe Cronin.
And Joe Cronin, yes. And I think that is to me, that's the bigger focus in terms of running the team and whatnot. Who carries the voices and whatnot. While look, KC and Lamar, KC is a consummate professional. You would be hard pressed to find somebody better.
But let's go with,
and same with Lamar.
Sure,
they
but
are a great team.
Let's start with just the front office stuff.
Yes.
Anybody in the front office that you're concerned needs to stick around for the Portland Trailblazers? Is there any attachment that you have to
zero.
Joe Cronin? Okay.
Nope.
And
none.
Chauncey Billups, you were not a fan.
Nope, none.
Okay. So there's not a whole lot to worry about there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just scanning through and looking at the Carolina Hurricanes seasons, and it looks like they did some winning. They made it to a Stanley Cup final against, so they won the Stanley Cup in 2006. Is that right?
Sure, I
Yeah.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hockey, eh?
Yeah, and then from 2009 through 2018, so the 9 years running up to the purchase from this guy, they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
So they had a 9-year stretch. In the first year, they won 2 playoff series and made it to the conference finals against the Bruins. Then they made it to the first, lost in the first round, lost in the second round, lost in the second round, lost in the conference finals. So they have been a much better team since he's been there. So in the 7 years since he's taken over, they've made the playoffs every year, and they've made it to 2 conference finals that I can see.
Hey, that all sounds great. In the last 7 years since he took over,
Look, that's okay. So from a
sounds good to me.
from a team standpoint,
Yes.
go nuts. If you feel like the general manager and the coach don't have the same vision that you have, that's why you're the owner.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get rid of the director of basketball operations and do all of this, it's your team.
Mm-hmm.
Try what you must. I mean, we've seen it go bad with Matt Ishbia and
Right.
And
And yes, and Matt Ishbia was one of those guys where it's like, oh my gosh, this guy wants to come in and spend so much money and make everything better. And Danny has said a lot of times, be careful what you wish for.
Sure, but he also took over a team that was recently in the finals and was trying to tweak a team that felt like it had the pieces there.
Oh, and he tweaked.
And he was making big splashes. He was taking big old swings.
He
As far as the Damian Lillard part of it, who cares if you would have brought him back or not? He's back.
Yeah, he's
so that's one of those things that's this weird timing, right? We just heard today or last night that the NBA has approved the Celtics purchase.
Yes.
That felt like it was months ago. I've trying to track down exactly when they made the announcement
Right.
that they had a buyer.
So is the owners that finally approved it. And
So
blah, blah,
nothing is going to change today with this Blazers team, and I
No,
don't know if
it's
he'll
going to take a good year.
Sure, and even if he is the owner by day one, he's not going to go and be like, "I wouldn't have done that. Get rid of this guy."
Right.
I don't think he's coming in kicking down the doors.
No.
So now let's go to the other side of it, which is the presentation of the Blazers.
Okay.
One of the things that we know is that Adam Silver wants to get a new arena in Portland, and what Portland wants to do is they want to renovate the Moda Center.
Well, they already have money on the books. There are already plans to renovate and update.
I think it feels very much like the preference
for the
is
it's a 2030 Final Four. Is that correct?
Yeah, they have the lease through 2020-30, but it very much feels like Portland and the lawmakers and everybody wants to go. If we don't need to spend multiple $1 billion to tear it down and rebuild it in the same spot, can we just renovate this building?
Right.
I think there's options that you can make that work. So somewhere in between lies the best option, I feel like, which is, hey, maybe you do a full tear out and rebuild inside, whatever. I'm not the expert. This guy apparently is willing to come in and do, and this is, again, a quote from what we listened to yesterday, which is do anything he can for the fan experience. Now, if nobody's safe from the head coach and GM all the way down to the broadcasters and the way that it's presented on television, listen, the broadcast deal was not what was promised.
No.
So I'm good with that, but if it means getting rid of your broadcasters, you seem pretty upset about that.
Well, no, I think, listen, there already is a deal for the next couple of seasons anyway,
There's a
correct?
two-year
For an
deal.
over the air, with KUNP and such. Is it 2 years?
I think that it's 2 years. I believe the radio side is 2 years,
Okay.
which I know because I work in radio.
Yes.
But I don't.
I work in radio, but I have no idea.
I
about
don't
their
have
radio
all the
deal.
deals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
So I believe that's what it's set up for. But at the same time, if the new ownership wants to change it,
Yes.
there's contracts in place.
Right.
But we've seen that with players and coaches and
Mhm.
what they're happy to pay the buyout. And I'm sure it's not as much for the media rights deal for a local television deal.
Well, and one of the great things that even Matt Ishbia did when he came into Phoenix was he put that it's all on basically over the air TV stuff.
Well,
bringing
that
it
was
back to-
kind of the
so-
promise with the K2 deal, right?
Right,
Was you're
yes.
going to be able to see it. Well, it turns out it's on K212.
It's
And
still,
it's down
you
the
know,
line.
hey, look, how hard is it to go? I went and hey, you know what? Because of my big radio money, I still went and got the free antenna that they
Yeah.
would send me, and I got it, and it works great.
Yeah.
And it works great.
Okay.
And I still found they're on on the Xfinity cable. They're on 302. I think I saw the HD channel is 802.
Yeah, well,
But so
there
they're
was still
there.
complaints for people that were trying to find it because if you're streaming,
Yep.
you don't have the antenna.
It's not on the YouTube
and you
or
don't have the-
whatnot in
yes.
certain regions of the state.
Yeah.
And guess what? I think that there are plenty of those issues with just about every other NBA
It's-
/ NFL / MLB market.
It's just TV
and at least be
being
glad we're not in
fragmented.
Denver. Look at what
Yeah.
their deals were the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And like nobody can watch things there or couldn't for a long time.
Here's my thought.
Yes.
If you're going to put a winning team on the court,
Mm-hmm.
that would be my number one priority.
Yes, of course. That's everybody's
No,
number one priority.
Well, but 1B is definitely creating the better fan experience
Mhm.
in arena, on television, on radio, whatever.
Or
Are some people
around the arena even.
But are there going to be growing pains? Are there going to be people that are upset? There's people that are still upset that Mike and Mike don't do the broadcast.
Yes.
They're upset that Kevin Calabro, no matter how much you love his silky tones, is a Seattle guy. You have people
He's
that
a Hall
that
of Famer.
well, and you have people that miss Brian Wheeler, and that's nobody's fault except
No.
for maybe Brian Wheeler's that he's not there anymore. But
Yeah.
even with him, if it's
Well,
illness,
rest
you
in
can't
peace.
you can't blame him. So it's like
It's exactly.
who are you upset with? New ownership comes in, it's his team.
Mhm.
If he's willing to keep them in Portland, that's one.
Yeah.
Then 2A is the team, 2B is the fan experience and whatever changes need to be made around the arena. It all sounds good to me. It feels like this Adam Gold guy, I know he's doing his job, but like if there's no loyalty, oh, I'm sorry, did your guy get cut?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. It
So-
sounds like a little bit of sour grapes
In my
and-
mind-
and a little hot takey.
In my mind, and probably a lot of fans' minds, let's first look at the experience around the arena, and then we can look at front office / coach.
Well-
and I think the last thing we need to worry about right now is the broadcast situation.
The first thing that we need to worry about is getting the sale approved because, like I said,
Well,
the
that too.
Boston one took months
Again,
and months.
that'll take a
so,
year.
Yeah, exactly.
Just-
We're all very
It'll take
excited.
a year.
We're all very excited. Let's see if we can squeeze in some jokes before we get into the Daily Buzz. Waiting for my music. There we go. Oh, yeah. I love it. In case you
Sorry,
missed...
coming in hot. I didn't have it in my right
No,
spot.
you are perfectly fine. In case you missed it, for the first time in Olympic history, the Los Angeles 2028 Games will be selling naming rights to venue. That means sponsors can slap their names on the arenas during events. So please, can we start a GoFundMe page to get the Equestrian Center sponsored by Preparation H? Is that something that we can do?
Is it because preparations A through G did not go well?
It certainly could be. How about this one? The shot put area is the Pepto-Bismol hurl zone.
Ooh,
Is that good?
Yeah,
is that good?
I like that one.
How
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how about the Viagra pole vault complex? Can we get some money going to these sponsors that we can do that? No.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
All right. I'd like you to be more enthusiastic, but you're still mad. You're still mad that they're going to fire.
Well, I'm having to play the
Calabro.
Benny Hill music and,
Yeah,
and the
I-
laugh tracks off my hotkey page. I did not prepare myself properly.
No
so.
worries. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice will have his discipline hearing on September 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So this stems back to bad behavior off the field, but he will be able to play in the first 4 games of the season, and then he'll have his disciplinary hearing. So get ready for this conversation between the NFL and Mr. Rice. What do you say we just make a small gesture that shows that we don't condone your behavior? You pretend you're sorry, and then we just hope that the games distract everybody.
Yeah.
You want a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. We go. Will his return be in San Francisco? Will it be the Rice Aroni treat?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Well,
So that's why I do the jokes. According to sources, the NCAA will announce its ruling on the Michigan sign stealing scandal. That should come out tomorrow. Get ready for this conversation. What do you say we make a small gesture and we act like we don't condone your behavior? You pretend you're sorry, and then we hope that the games distract everybody? You want a hug? All right. Those are the jokes. We get to the Daily Buzz. We do it next. It's Happy Hour on 105.1 The Fan.
The Fan trending topics and trivial matters that got our attention. It's the Daily Buzz on the Fan Happy Hour.
The Buzz.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
Welcome into the Daily Buzz. We got caught up talking Blazers. We have a very exciting guest in for our Take Your Pick in the next segment. But right now, we'll get to some stories that we haven't had a chance to hit yet. One of the things I wanted to mention, it is 100 years of the All-American team. So the AP puts out their All-Americans every single year for college football. They do it in advance of everything, and there are some wild numbers on here.
I'm going to guess some of those early teams had a lot of Rutgers players and stuff.
Well, I'll tell you, so over the 100-year history, Notre Dame is number one with the most All-Americans. They've had 85 over the years. Alabama, number two. You won't be surprised by any of these numbers with 83. Ohio State, 79. USC, the only Pac school, now obviously in the Big Ten, had 77. Oklahoma, Texas, Michigan, Nebraska, Miami, and Florida State over the years are your top All-American programs. But what's really wild, looking at like the history of it, so if you go back, it started in 1925. In the first decade, Army had the most All-Americans in that decade, in 4 of the years that year. Then Notre Dame took over, then Army in the 1940s. But Oklahoma, in 4 different decades, had the most All-Americans, which is kind of wild. In the last 2, it's been Alabama. So let's go back to the 1980s. So 70s and 80s, Oklahoma had the most All-Americans. Then it was Florida State in the 90s, Oklahoma again in the 2000s, and then the 2010s and 20s, it's been Alabama with the most All-Americans. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
yeah, that Alabama, that's not a surprise.
Yeah, nope, not at all. So I don't think anybody would be surprised by that. But what they put out, what I found was really interesting, was they put out a list of the All-Americans All-Century team.
Oh,
And this, to me, is absolutely bananas, some of the players that they pick. So I'm going to skip offensive line because I don't care. But I will point out
yeah,
some of the people.
Because look, nobody cares about offensive linemen.
Yeah, well, listen. What do you know about
Except for
John?
Suk.
What do you know about John Hanna's 1972 season at guard?
Nothing. Is he
Okay.
part of the
What-
Hanna-Barbera team that gave us Yogi Bear and all those good guys?
I have no idea.
I
Jim
don't-
Parker's
I'm guessing not.
1956 season at Ohio State?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your wide receivers. These are your first team All-Century All-American wide receivers.
Okay.
Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald.
Sure. Yeah.
Really?
I got no beef with that.
Randy Moss was great in the NFL. He played at Marshall.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Did he get kicked out of Florida State and then went to Marshall?
Yeah.
He was
Sure.
great. But really?
But no, but
The most All-American of All-Americans? Didn't he drop in the draft because he had weed issues?
what, not like the kid who had the gas mask on. Was that Laramie Tunsil?
Okay, how about this? Your
Look,
second.
nobody cares about weed anymore.
I understand that your second team is Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard, and not even at wide receiver Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown. Seems odd. Just seems odd. I get that you can take the totality of their NFL career and surmise.
I guess when we're getting to like all-century teams, you can pick nits as much as you want.
That's fine.
You know?
Okay. Your tight end,
Mhm.
2023, Brock Bowers.
I will say that. Look, he has gone on to. He came into the NFL like a wrecking ball. Okay.
Sing it.
Yeah.
Sing it
I
for
came
me.
in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go, Brandon Sprague. Clip that one. You keep wanting me to sing for you.
There you go. Your running backs, Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker. I have no objections there.
Oh, none. You can have no objections with either of those
yeah,
two.
no, pretty great. How about this? Your quarterback on your first
Oh, boy.
team.
Okay.
Do you know who it is?
No, I don't, but it did. Are you
Tim-
going to make me mad?
Tim Tebow.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you.
As-
no,
as you sh-
absolutely not.
Well, that's
Absolutely not.
That's who's there. Your second team quarterback, Vince Young.
Yes, he should be first team.
No.
Over
No.
Tim Tebow?
Yes.
Over Tim
Yes,
Tebow.
over Tim Tebow. You know who should be first team?
Sanchez.
Joe Burrow.
Sure.
Right?
Yes. But no, but
The
Tim,
great-
Well, great, but Tim Tebow has no business being number one. I don't care if you would have said Vince Young was number one and Tim Tebow number two. I'd be fine with that.
The same people that chose Randy Moss chose Tim Tebow. I just need some rationale behind it.
Wow,
I can't
yeah,
tell you.
that's some.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see where I'm going?
That's kind of two opposite ends of a population spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. There you have. I mean, you could put Jamarcus Russell and Randy Moss on there. I'm like, cool. They were just going for guys that were great, and then whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what you have. A couple other stories I want to hit really quickly. The Brewers got their 12th straight win. So if you go to a place called George Webb's, free hamburgers.
Yeah.
So they have a promo that if they get 12 wins in Milwaukee, you get free hamburgers. So the Brewers remain hot. You get free hamburgers. And then this one was interesting to me. This was called the most lopsided joint practice anybody has ever seen. So
What does that mean?
The Lions absolutely obliterated the Dolphins in a joint practice. So anybody that was saying that Michael McDaniel's not on a hot seat, that they don't have to worry about it, they put on their social media a full minute of Amon-Ra St. Brown just torching the Dolphins. So they apparently had what they're calling one of the worst joint practices ever. So if you're buying stock in the Dolphins, you might want to sell.
So we're judging things based on a joint practice. Are we going back to?
Well, here's my question:
are we? This is like going to the NFL Combine and the Underwear Olympics. Just come on, we're throwing against guys. Are they wearing pads and helmets and stuff?
Here is my question.
Come on.
Here is my question, and this is why I bring it up. How bad must that practice have been that it came to my attention? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, okay, you with me?
Yeah, I'm picking up what
All
you're
right.
putting down
So,
there.
I just want it to be on the record that it was reported that the Dolphins are not good enough to practice with the Lions. So when they have a terrible season, we've reported it. Or if the Dolphins end up being great or even fine, then we can completely ignore anything we hear until the season starts. Fair?
Sure.
It's been documented. Write it down. Today is the 14th of August, 2025. This is a definitive moment where we can go, all right, none of this matters.
I still
Or the Dolphins really were that bad.
Well, the Dolphins probably are still that bad. But
Well,
one of my favorite memes ever still about the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel is how his first year photo when he first took over. He looks
Compared to South Florida
He
now.
looks like a Best Buy assistant manager, and now he looks like a South Beach Coke kingpin.
Yes,
Yeah.
all of it is very good. I would be worried if I were a Dolphins fan. But right now we have some important thing that we need to do. We need to walk over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, and you can tell me what we missed.
I'll walk over and sit down right now.
Let's do it. We should get footsteps. Like a sound effect.
Yes,
And then when I say
there we
walk
go.
over, we can do click, 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 click.
Let's see here. Tell you what, hang on. I gotta find my Reynolds Defense Firm read. Oh no, you know what? I got it basically memorized. If you've been arrested
There
for
you
DUI, you need a team of attorneys into whom you can place your trust. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today.
Did you make a grammar adjustment?
I do. I did. And I do that every time because it drives me.
I do.
I did.
And I will.
I did and I do, and I do it every day
All
because it drives me nuts. So anyway, first on the fan, the Mariners stay at the top of the AL West. Did not last long, surrendering the Orioles' first walk-off win of the season last night. The rubber match currently underway.
Is it back underway? It was in a rain delay.
Yeah, well, no, they are. It says
Okay.
now top of the seventh, so
Okay.
they have.
Well, there you
They
go.
are back in it.
All right.
5-2. The Orioles currently lead. The Mariners now on the board thanks to a Julio Rodriguez 2-run home run in the top of the sixth. What do we think of the M's chances in either the AL West or the wild card?
I mean, I still like their chances. They've got plenty of runway to turn things around, but the bad weather seems to be affecting them. I don't know if you've seen Anthony Munoz in Game 1. Has to get the trainer to come out and bring him a little hydration pack
Ooh.
and do the whole thing.
He's
'cause
got
it's
the old
too
liquid
hot.
IV.
Yeah, and now they've got rain just pouring down on them. This road trip is starting about as bad as I forecasted it could. So hopefully they can finish this game with a little bit of hitting, because they haven't hit at all against the starters. The Baltimore Orioles have one of the worst bullpens in baseball. They haven't even gotten to the bullpen. So hopefully they can do some damage in the next couple innings.
Yeah, so these Mariners, after this, they continue their road trip.
They go to Queens to take 2 with the Mets, and then they go to Williamsport.
for another, for a neutral site game with those same New York Mets. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Excuse me. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com. He's here in the studio.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Weekdays 2 to 3. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. It's Thursday on the Fan Happy Hour. This is Take Your Pick, where you're invited to join the game.
Okie dokie.
Overthink, underthink, or don't think at all. Let's go.
Let's go.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
All right, in an attempt to make this show interactive, we've added this segment every Thursday. We are going to be doing Take Your Pick, and you can play along at home. So go to @FanHappyHour on Twitter or X or whatever you call it, and you can click on that link, and we've got to pick them up there. And if you win, we'll invite you to come in on the show. So for the first time this season, we actually have an in-studio guest. You're going to need to use that microphone there, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners.
Sir, I got it turning on and off. We're good.
The winner of last week's Pick'em is one of our sponsors. It's George McCoy. George, what's happening, bud?
Thanks for having me, guys. It's exciting.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, you're so smart at picking, and I really don't care. So you can give people your insight, or you can try to throw them off. So you get to participate in the segment. So you can either try to misdirect the listeners, or you can try to give them advice. So it's up to you what you want to do. But as an attorney, I think you'd probably want to give people good advice.
Probably good advice.
Okay, all right. So you can trust what George says.
Yeah, or I could throw everybody off and then just be here every week because people want my picks, and then I just win every week.
All right. Well, you do you. But what we'll do, so it's preseason. We're practicing at this, so I got to pick them up a little bit late, but it's on right now on Twitter. Go and grab it and play along. We have a few preseason games. I don't want to pick every preseason game because why would you?
Because that's dumb.
Well, amen to that.
Yeah.
Plus, I just threw other questions about things we might see in the preseason game. So, Jeff Rust, I'll let you take it away, and you can tell us what we're picking.
So last week, 2 of the 4 games on the Take Your Pick list were ties. Nobody really seemed to care again because it's NFL preseason football. So instead of just picking all the games, we'll do a few. Look at some of the bigger storylines. Chiefs at Seahawks. They play at 7 o'clock Friday. Sounds like no Pat Mahomes for the Chiefs. Big surprise. Let's look at the other QB on the other side. This will be the first time we see Sam Darnold in a Seahawks uniform. Maybe will he actually play?
He's supposed to play. They said he's going to play.
I guess we'll see. The question on the pick'em is, will Sam Darnold throw a touchdown?
So it does sound like he's going to play. So that's the first thing you need to know, George. So did you watch any of the first preseason game with the Seahawks?
I watched a little bit of it, about the first half.
Okay.
A little bit of it.
Okay. So what do you think we're going to see from Sam Darnold?
I don't think we get a touchdown pass today.
No touchdown passes. Well, here's what I really want to see, though, is apparently he has been getting better every week in the reports out of camp that he is just getting sharper and sharper. I think he will throw a touchdown pass because the biggest names that you're hearing out of Seahawks camp right now are Torrey Horton Jr. and Elijah Arroyo. So that's your new tight end and your 5th-round wide receiver that you picked. You've also got Cooper Kupp that should be playing in this game. You've got JSN. So I think that the big thing that we saw last week was the offensive line getting pushed. You're probably not going to see a ton of rushing and getting, especially with K9 out there. So I think you will see more Sam Darnold. You will see a touchdown pass. But what do I know?
I'm very excited to see Cooper Kupp in a Seahawks uniform. To be
I think
honest
it's going to be
with you.
well,
like a lot of people. Look, a lot of people think that he's washed and done, but I don't buy it yet.
All-time leading high school wide receiver in the state of Washington, playing football for the Washington professional team in Seattle. Come on, it's great.
So I think a lot of people thinking that we're getting the grocery outlet version of Cooper Kupp, but we'll see.
No, we'll see. What's next?
Niners at the Raiders. They play at 1 o'clock on Saturday. The Raiders were in Seattle last Thursday, but even though the game ended a tie, Pete Carroll's team, they looked outmatched in the first. And further, they got from their starters the more success they did have, though. Not sure more starters will play for the 49ers. Coach Pete Carroll said everybody's live when asked if his starters will play in the Raiders' second preseason game. The question is, in the pick'em, will Geno Smith throw an INT?
Seattle fans won't miss that from Geno. If they're playing all their starters and they looked bad last week, you would expect more from them. So do you think Geno throws a pick in this game, George?
No, I'm going to believe in Geno here.
Okay.
Geno and Pete. I think he's going to play at least the first full quarter. So we're going to get a few series, hopefully. So, But I think this is where we get the touchdown at. We're
All
not
right.
getting an interception. We're getting a touchdown here.
All right. Well, I don't know what the 49ers are going to do. They didn't really play anybody last week. They've got injuries that they're dealing with. I don't think that they're going to put a lot of guys in harm's way. So I would expect Geno to probably go out there and look better this week. The one guy I'm actually more interested in is what they're going to do with Ashton Genty, but I still think they're going to probably keep him under cloak and veil. He had 3 rushes against the Seahawks. I'd guess you'd probably get about the same in this game.
All right, so now we're going to move on to some baseball.
Do it.
All right. The Mariners and Mets start a series this weekend. The Mets currently on a 7-game losing streak that ended on Tuesday. The Mariners' 8-game winning streak ended late on Wednesday night. They are currently, let's check this score right now, losing 5-2 to the Orioles in the top of the 8th in Baltimore. However, have the results from the last couple of days changed your expectation of this weekend, the series in Queens? How can the Mariners do? Are they going to stay atop the AL West? Are they still right there in the beef of the American League wild card race?
Yeah, 2 days ago when the Mariners left on this road trip, it felt like it was going to be just a steamroll, right? The Baltimore Orioles have been bad all year. Obviously, they're proven to be a lot tougher. The Mets had been on the worst stretch of their season, losing 7 straight, but they hit so many home runs they ran out of fireworks yesterday or Tuesday. They lost yesterday.
That's got to be terrible.
But it's a 3-game set. How many do you think the Mariners win in the series?
I think they take 2 out of 3. I think they win the series.
Okay,
but we're not going to steamroll through the rest of the season. I think winning the AL West is going to be more about the Astros collapse than the Mariners rise in this situation.
Ooh, interesting. I mean, the one thing about the Mariners is if they keep winning, the 1st or 2nd seed and a bye in the playoffs is still very much alive. This is not looking great right now, but this, I think, is the worst part of the weather that they're going to get this weekend. Mm-hmm. They're playing in 90-degree heat. 95% humidity in Baltimore, so it's not looking great right now, but I think that they're going to have to bring something a little bit more when they play against New York, and Philadelphia is going to be a very tough series. So if this team is going to be in contention for the division, these are the series you have to win. You play a team when they're playing bad, you got to beat them. So you know what? I'm calling for the sweep. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Also in the pick'em, you got the Rangers at the Blue Jays, but more interestingly, you've got the Padres at the Dodgers. The first place San Diego Fathers, Friars, Padres, whatever you want to call them. The World Series champs still securely in the 2nd wild card spot. They just got swept by the Angels for the 2nd time this season. Do you guys see the Dodgers winning against the Friars this weekend?
So Padres have been on like a meteoric rise, it feels like, all year. The Dodgers started off red hot. They just lost their 6th game of the season against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And for the first time, the Padres are in 1st place and the Dodgers are in 2nd place. What do you got with this series?
Well, I'm going to take the Padres. My heart says the Padres here.
Yeah.
My head says that the Dodgers will pull out of this at some point, but nothing gives me more pleasure as a Mariners fan than watching the Dodgers and the Yankees lose. So I'm going to go Padres here.
All right. Well, I'm always a sentimental pick for the Dodgers because my initials are on their hat. And I own more Dodgers hats. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
LA hats are great for a guy named Luke Anderson. But looking at this, the thing that's so funny about the Yankees and the Dodgers is they're finding really creative ways to lose.
The Mets too.
Well, the Mets I don't hate as much. I've got a little bit of love for the Mets, but
I just think it's
you're not
fantastic
wrong.
that both New York teams are they can't get out of their own damn way.
If neither New York team and neither LA team made it into the playoffs, I think that would be an ultimate delight. It's going to be a long fall for the Dodgers so they can get out of it. But the Padres are playing really good baseball. They've spent a lot of money to make their team better, and they've got a mean lineup. So I will take the Padres as well. If you want to play along at home, kids, all you have to do is go on to...
We don't have one more?
We can do. Oh,
we don't have one more?
Yes. So I'm so sorry to interrupt the one that you're most passionate about.
Yes, finally,
Please.
the Timbers versus FC Cincinnati.
I don't care.
There we go. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
I know you did.
Yeah.
George, do you care at all about the Timbers and the results?
No.
Okay.
But
Can I tell you something real quick? So I wrote that question for you to ask us, Mr. Ross.
Thank you. I appreciate being teed up.
Okay. So this is the genuine God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Is I asked you to ask me if I care about the Timbers.
Yeah.
And then I went on and I was like, you know what? Let me see if I do care about the Timbers. And I went on to ESPN and I tried to pull up the standings for the Timbers.
Cannot find them, I bet, huh?
No, you can find them, but they're not called standings.
Oh.
Do you know what they call them instead?
Oh, God bless America. This is going to be insufferable, isn't it?
Yeah. You have to go to soccer. Then you have to go 6 leagues down to find the MLS. And then you click on the MLS. You have to go to the table to see where they sit.
Oh, my God. I hate you so much.
You hate me? I genuinely tried to care about them, and they made me not care about them.
And listen,
so
and
not
this
only
is
do I
coming-
not care, I aggressively don't care.
This is coming from a person that, as a youth, I was a youth in this greater Portland area in the late 70s and early 80s. My parents would take me to Timbers games at Civic Stadium.
Yeah.
I still, to this day, in my garage, have a signed soccer ball from the 1970s something, early 80s something Timbers.
Congratulations.
Signed by all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still don't care.
And I still don't care.
All right. Well, if you want to play
sorry.
along with our pick'em, we will do this every Thursday. You could just go to fan Happy Hour on Twitter. The link is there. I'll probably put it up on my Facebook later as well. And you can sit in the seat that George McCoy is in right now. That's a Souk seat. Feel pretty comfortable? Feel pretty cozy?
I feel like my legs are dangling
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
probably because
That's
they
how,
are.
that's how dirt feels, too.
you two are two different sized humans, so that makes sense. We will do one more for the road. George, you want to stick around?
I'll stick around.
All right, we'll do one more for the road. We do it next. It's Happy Hour on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
Relax, hot shot.
Welcome back to the Fan Happy Hour. We're about to wrap things up.
Maybe you guys like what I have so far?
Wicked woman, cool games and mysteries. You gotta go spell me.
Let's grab one more for the road.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth.
Here's Luke Anderson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in. One more for the road. It's going to be a short one.
It will be short.
I'm very aware.
Yeah.
Just said it was short.
I know.
Yeah.
And I just agreed with you.
Okay. Well, fantastic.
There
I'm
we
glad we
go.
both agreed that it's
I'm
short.
glad we wasted 15 seconds on
Yeah,
that,
well,
Luke.
George McCoy's still with us. He's our winner from the Pick'em. So if you want to join the Pick'em, go on to X at Fan Happy Hour. The link's right there. You can play along. We'll try to do it all football season, and if it goes well, we'll just make up random stuff at the end of the year. What are people saying on the socials, Mr. Rust?
We got one coming in on the old fan text line, 503-864-6326. Dude, let me have that ball regarding the my Timbers signed team ball. Is Mick Hoban's signature on there? I have no idea. I don't know. There's a chance that Clive Charles is on there, though, because also, random note, I was in the same graduating high school class as Clive Charles' daughter, Sarah Charles, Beaverton High School in 1994.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, the one more
So
for the road.
Portland soccer legend
There you
adjacent.
go. One more for the road today is they just had this week the world's ugliest dog competition. And the winner for the second year in a row
Was not me.
is from the state of Oregon. So last year it was a mutt from North Bend. This year Eugene has a champion. Petunia, a hairless French bulldog, is this year's winner. So I figured I'd ask both of you guys, who is your favorite champion or athlete from the area? So, George, if you want to jump in, if there's somebody that you grew up with, played with, somebody that you absolutely loved that was a local guy. So one of the things that I didn't get to mention because we were kind of speeding through it, on the 100 Years All-American list, and Ndamukong Suh. So local guy right there. So there's one for you. George, do you have a favorite athlete that you grew up idolizing from around here?
Growing up here in the 90s was Stoudemire.
Oh, yeah, Damon Stoudemire.
Growing up here. I saw Sue at a live Hot Wheels event one time with his kids. So it is interesting to see these people interact. But Stoudemire was, and I was a point guard growing up, so that was my guy.
That was your guy. Jeff Rust, do you have a favorite local legend?
Sorry, again, a little bit selfish. A fellow, again, Beaverton High School, class of 1994 graduate, Ben Crane, PGA Tour.
Oh, there you go.
I think 3-time winner.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I played not only fellow Beaverton High alum, but we played soccer together from like the first grade on.
Yeah.
And some church youth group trips down to Mexico to build houses. So Ben Crane. I'm gonna go with Ben Crane.
All right, man. I absolutely love it. I will shout out a couple guys that played in the NFL at Mountain View High School. One of them, Suk, of course, was there when I was there. I was a sophomore when he was a senior. But Mike Roos was a 10-year NFL veteran, played left tackle for the Tennessee Titans, but he was a year behind me, and he'd never played football while I was there. He only played his senior year, went to Eastern Washington, bulked up, and then ends up getting drafted in the second round and was an All-Pro, or at least he was a Pro Bowler at least 1 year. But man, if you can play left tackle in the league for 10 years, but he was his family was from Estonia, never played football. And then got a letter from Eastern going, hey, if you play football, we'll get you a scholarship.
I think when I went back to school at Portland State to finish my degree and stuff, I went. There was a relative of Michael Roos in some of my classes.
Okay, well there you go.
So there we go.
Well, I know a brother Martin. I don't know the rest of them. Martin graduated with me. Mike was a year behind us. But yeah, there you go. World's ugliest dog is Petunia out of Eugene. So if you want to go and check out that story, you can. If you've got a favorite athlete, send us a text or a tweet or whatever you want. Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow when we start the show. But we're done for now. Thanks to George McCoy for coming in. Appreciate being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Jeff Rust. And as always, thank you to Isaac Ropp. We're done for now. Bye-bye.
For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene, give the audience a grin.